Hello again, folks. Donal McCarthy here with 311 Realty Group. So this is the second video. We've just gone through the buyer consultation package and what that all looks like. In the appendix of our buyer consultation package, we've all the typical documentation you're going to come across through your purchase, whether it's your first home, second or third, what have you, or your next investment property. So first off, we're going to hit on representation documentation. This is basically the documentation stating that we are working for you. We have your best interests at heart. We can't disclose any information if indeed you're hiring us on a certain capacity. There are different capacities you can hire us under. Again, we will discuss that when we meet. And working with a realtor form. This also skims on the different ways in which you can work with a realtor, either as a client or as a customer. Again, we'll go through this in more detail. This gives you an opportunity to read the document ahead of time and ask any questions. Buyer representation agreement, authority for purchase or lease. This determines that we're working for you and there is a term on the contract and for also the type of property and the geographical location we're helping you search for a home. This is a 3-page documentation. Again, go through it and familiarize yourself. Make sure you understand anything. If you have any questions, do ask us. Or in the latter part of this consultation package, there are plain English forms detailing the different sections and what they mean. It's called the plain English sections. They're in red. We'll see those later. Sample purchase and sale documents. Let's say you need to make an offer and in a heartbeat, you want to make sure you get a place quickly, beat out in the competition, familiarize yourself with these documents. Here is one for a condominium. And you can see here, we have the buyer, we have the seller, we have the address of the property, legal specifications for the property, the purchase price you're going to offer, what deposit are you going to make on the property, who the deposit is going to. It's typically going into a trust account. Are there any schedules? The irrevocability of the offer, completion date, what's included with the property, what fixtures are excluded, are there any rental items, what the common expenses are. Again, this is for a condominium. And then you get here to Schedule A. Here's typically where you have your conditions. So here's a sample. We have a financing condition. We have an inspection condition. We have a review of status certificate condition and 2 further visits. Again, this is all explained as you go through the process. I'm not going to go into it today. We have a similar document as well to an agreement to purchase and sale for a freehold home. Very similar. We have a confirmation of cooperation and representation agreement, typically detailing who's working for the buyer, who's working for the seller. And here in this section, you've got the sample plain English forms, which I mentioned a second ago. So it takes all of those forms that we just went through, they're working with a realtor, breaks it down. In the red is kind of the plain English, not so legalese language for the buyer representation agreement. Here breaks it down. Same as well too, we've got a buyer customer service agreement, a different agency relationship. Again, it walks through that. There's the agreement to purchase and sale for condominium explained. Similarly, for the standard agreement to purchase and sale on a freehold. Again, the confirmation of cooperation is also explained. This last page here is a buyer representation. It kind of breaks down those 2 major ways of working with a real estate agent, either as a client or as a customer. This kind of breaks down the differences and the capacities of both of those. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for your time. That's not the most fun section to go through, but it is very important to understand when you get to these documents what you're signing. Now you have a place you can go, you have a reference to read through. Ask any questions, of course, of me or my team. Listen, really looking forward to meeting you and getting you on your way towards home ownership or downsizing or your next investment property, whatever that might look like. We're here for you. Thanks so much. Donal McCarthy here with 311 Realty Group. Ciao, ciao.